He made it this far here against Gibbles. This is going to be interesting because this feels like one of those combo food kind of games because it's Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
But, you know, Gibbles is no slouch. He's known to actually execute extremely well with Donkey Kong at the right percents. But Zerick starting off right away, getting 24%, showing that he has no fear against this big monkey.
Yeah, and it's always scary going up against a heavy character because a lot of times they have their own combos that they can execute and they can kill fairly early. So you really have to keep that in mind. Like just now, this is
oh my gosh, just like you said,
that
up B on the stage from Donkey Kong, it's such a great ledge trapping option. It just beats out so much with that armor and so much range in front and behind, surprisingly. So Gibbles jumping out to a quick lead, but Zerick saying not so fast. I'm going to get my Greninja combos in. Gets an up tilt to a back air, gets a landing down tilt into an up air. Another back air, had 86% whips the punish. Let's see if he's able to go ahead and get that forward air. Not able to, but has DK at 104. Like you mentioned, DK is a big boy, so 104 may not be too threatening, but Gibbles moving around like he ain't a heavy. Look at that up throw. Tries to read an air dodge, doesn't get anything. Gibbles has 64%. This actually could be pretty terrifying right now. Greninja coming up to 77.
Yeah, especially with Gibbles getting more percentage. Ooh, not quite going to take the stock right there. So this is especially where it gets scary. You got a little bit of rage on Gibbles now. Okay, I thought for a second he didn't take the stock.
Yeah, that dash attack was able to set up, and I think Gibbles burned his double jump in that sense as well. So I don't want to know. I don't want to say it was like true, but it definitely looked true enough to hit because he was able to get that forward air at that percent. Now, granted, that's a little bit terrifying when you're heavy and you can get comboed that high of a percent. You're really never safe because a character like Greninja says, you know what, I'm going to put all this damage on, and just like that has him at 65%. Gibbles is just trying his hardest to land. One of the biggest opportunities with Donkey Kong is just not being able to land in that forward air.
And once again, just slightly missing that kill, and now Gibbles is going to come back and reverse it.
Giving a character like Donkey Kong a second chance. And granted, I don't want to say that Zerick really did anything wrong. It's just, it's one of those things in the matchup where it's like if you see your heavy opponent, in an advantageous position, you just cannot give them their quick go-to options. And with Donkey Kong, that back air patented since probably Smash 64.
Oh my God, yeah.
One of his best quick tools that just does so much knockback, has so much range. And that down smash, well-timed against Donkey Kong's up B. 54%, nothing Greninja can make up in just a few moments. And look what we're seeing right now, Nair into down tilt.
Yeah, but once again, as we saw, Gibbles has been taking the stock before Zerick. So, you want to be careful with this pattern. Zerick really has to seal the stock out. He can't just get percentage on Gibbles and lose his own stock after it all. He wants to secure it first. But Gibbles is not making that easy.
Absolutely. And, I kind of really like Gibbles' timing on his spot dodges. Although, granted, abusing spot dodges, people, blah, 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 whatever. But he was actually able to spot dodge, like, Zerick's Greninja's Nair before it even comes out and was able to spot dodge the whole thing because I think it's pretty positive on shield or allows him to be pretty safe. So great play, defensive play from Gibbles, but Zerick says, you know what? I have a projectile. Oh my gosh. These guys are really flying.
Yeah. Not going to be able to catch that right there.
Oh my gosh, and he pops up. Zerick comes right back with that double jump up air. This dude has hops. Greninja, super high. You cannot underestimate him like a lot of other characters that are on the ground. He will just get up there and get his.
Yeah, he has, I want to say, one of the his jump height.
I think it's like, I think his is, I don't know if his is better than Luigi's. I'm not 100% sure. Excuse me, Falco.
Yeah, no.
I think Luigi's somewhere in there though, but Falco, yeah, definitely another big
Falco,
hopper.
I believe is the top of
Greninja's got to be like right around there though.
Yeah,
like top two, I
definitely. I mean, he's like a frog.
Not only, but not only does he have that really, really big jump, but his up air also extends his hitbox a little bit up. So it may appear to be a little bit higher than it really is, or just that approach.
Yeah.
Right now we're getting a pretty even game here. Looks like Gibbles decided to run it back to PS2. I'm wondering if it's a comfort factor or he appreciates the fact that he has some platforms and some stage to work with. But I mean, Zerick is showing no mercy right now. Gets that down to the border.
Maybe it's like a little bit of adaptation, or maybe his combos are just going a little bit better this game. But he's really going in on Gibbles and just catching a lot of Gibbles' options, getting the damage on him.
That Nair, what was that? Like Nair up tilt to up air. Man, he's netting so much percent.
Goodness.
Gibbles got to be careful. Oh my gosh, he went for the water. I think this is still Hydro Pump. I don't know if it's Hydro Pump, but gets that Nair. Oh, tries to get the side B. I don't want to call it. Oh, Gibbles is. That's a flub. That's a flub. You got to shake it off when those happen.
Unfortunate.
This is what, now, a lot of times when you find yourself in a situation like this where you're down 2 stocks, it feels like all is lost. Remember, this is a game of 3 stocks in 7 minutes. There's no reason why you can't utilize all of those resources to bring yourself back with a character like Donkey Kong. Getting a little bit of rage and a couple ding-dongs, that's all you need.
Really? And just like
Oh
that.
my goodness,
yeah,
that killed at 80.
88%.
Oof.
So you really just have to realize you have to hold your composure. You can't let that get to you. You can always bring it back. So let's see how well Gibbles can hold his composure. Of
Oh,
course,
and gets
oh
that
my
strong
God.
punch, gets that little bit of armor, puts 35% on him. Now, Zerick not holding up, though. He's definitely putting on some of his own damage. Goes a little bit deep there. I was a little worried, but definitely great control of his character. Was able to go ahead and recover.
Yeah, and Zerick, this is where he might be struggling a
Oh
little
my
bit
gosh.
to find the
No,
kill.
and
Like,
Gibbles gets the up smash out of the side B, burying
And
at 113%. Just like we were saying,
yes, just like
Donkey
you
Kong just
said.
got a little bit of rage. Let's see what he can do. Misses the punch right there.
Oh
Does
my
not get the
goodness.
grab read. Great tech on the platform. Able to avoid the up smash. Zerick definitely now looking for his kill confirms. There's the
Yeah,
ledge
he's
traffic.
looking
Get
for
a
it.
down.
Ooh,
I'm not sure if it was dash attack or
yeah.
down tilt into a back here. Gibbles lands on stage. Get out of the corner.
Well,
Oh,
that's
and
it.
Zerick
Yeah.
confirms the down tilt into forwarder. I think Gibbles may have been, I don't know if DI was impacting that too much. He was kind of, it felt like he was holding in every time.
Yeah, I'm not, I don't, Greninja's one of those characters you don't really see a lot. I'm not going to say much. I'm not going to, pretend I know how his moves work. But, there might have been a possibility that he could have DI'd in a different sort of way to escape those because he was getting hit a lot with, like, sort of down tilt into some sort of aerial confirm. So, all the damage adds up right there. And unfortunately, Gibbles put up a really good fight. But he was not able to take it over Zerick.
Yeah, and shout out to Zerick for being able to really adapt and take that control in the second game. Gibbles, obviously being that big monkey, expecting those comebacks, we were able to see it, but not enough. So Zerick takes it over Gibbles 2-0, and now we're going to be moving into Ronnie versus Tomato. Tomato, one of the South Utah players here. I remember he played a lot of Palutena and some Shotos, and I think I saw him playing Kazuya earlier, so I'm really excited to see what he brings to the table.
Okay. Yeah, because I personally have not heard of Tomato before, so
Tomato, yeah.
I wouldn't be able to give any insight.
He came to a lot of our monthly's Crown back at PSG. He went there a couple times and was able to make out of pools and made, I think, a pretty deep run a couple times, actually, at a lot of our tournaments. So Tomato, definitely one of Southern Utah's stronger players here, just from my experience at seeing him. He's actually going up against Ronnie, an up-and-comer. And when I say up-and-comer, he's a veteran player who's been here for a while, but I think he's really found his stride with Sephiroth.
Yes, he finally, put Mewtwo on the back burner. He's very avid, like, Mewtwo player, but finally Sephiroth came out. He picked up Sephiroth, and he's been doing pretty well, I'd say.
I think he net a couple wins. He also, I think, defeated Snoop. I think he actually defeated Ven. I believe that was the case here. So, I mean, I think he's ready to put himself at that next tier of player, Instead of being that guy who's like, I can crack top 8, I think he's ready to become more of those, I'm consistently top 8 kind of guys. And it's really all about, taking it one step at a time and meeting yourself at the next level to develop that consistency. And I think Ronnie's ready to make the jump to the next level. Tomato, I think, is a fantastic opponent that he can match himself up with because this is a guy who Tomato's a guy who's used to winning. He's a guy who understands how to get success. He understands how to push himself. And Tomato's another guy who, one of the best things about Tomato as a player is that he's able to go ahead. He has a very deep character pool, so he's able to go ahead and counterpick really appropriately with stage and character. And it's like
and that tests you.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think this is a fantastic opponent for Ronnie to really measure himself against because let's see if he can